like to sing to you. Oh, just. Dennis? Anyway, look, I'll just reiterate the welcome. Dennis gave you said what he said was right, okay? And secondly, I would take this opportunity and regard it as a great privilege on behalf of Liz and Shantala, Simon and Sasha, who unfortunately can't be here today, but it's a great privilege for me on their behalf and my own to welcome Jenna officially to the family.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure and privilege to get to know Jenna over the last number of years and to watch her relationship.
What number?
640! Anyway, thank you, Dennis. And to watch her relationship with Luke develop and blossom. Yeah. And we've come to admire and love Jenna, and so it's with great pleasure we welcome you officially into the old Porter town.
Yeah.
I have to say a few things about Luke. I'm here. Much to Trish's consternation, I'm going to take a couple of liberties. Because as you will have noticed, there's no best man who usually says things about the Groom. So I'm just going to say a few more things than I might otherwise have said. Just because I can. And so I will. And there are 4 things in particular I want to say about Luke, which in advance can have to do with excuse me. They have to do with matters of judgment, an approach to life, mystery and character. So let me start with the first, which Luke really has preempted by having a reference in his vow that I had in his vows, which I had no prior knowledge of, namely his obsession with Liverpool football. Now the first thing I was going to say about Luke is that he supports Liverpool Football Club. But you know that. So what, you might say? Well, consider this. When someone put a question to the late Bill Shankland, arguably the greatest manager Liverpool has ever had, Mr. Shankland, is football for you a matter of life and death? The bold Bill looked him in the eye and said, no lad, it's much more important than that. Now, on a matter of capital importance, football, or soccer if you wish, Luke has got it exactly right. Namely, he supports Liverpool. Therefore, we know instantly he is a person of impeccable judgment and taste. And we also know, or we have a strong suspicion, that being so right on such a fundamental issue will mean he'll be right on lots of others, such as choosing the appropriate life partner. Which leads me to ponder, had Luke not supported Liverpool, would he have chosen Jenna? Or would Jenna ever have been interested in him? We might say we'll never know. It's sort of true.
Never die alone.
But we suspect that there's room for doubt, because if Luke didn't support Liverpool, we'd be talking about a different man, and in my view, a lesser man. I think it all follows. A man of impeccable judgment and taste. For those of you who may doubt this, and I suspect there are 1 or 2 doubters, skeptics and scoffers out there, just in case you're there, we're looking at you right now, and I'm going to use the words that Luke's grandfather on his mother's side would certainly say on this occasion, words Luke would never use, but to invoke his grandfather, who's 96, we can simply say to the doubters and scoffers, we're praying for you. Which leads me to the second point I want to make about Luke. This could take a while. Yeah.
Dinner will be served for breakfast. Change your plans.
Well, as you know, I mean, you've heard Luke's speech. We know instantly that his approach to life, which is what I'm calling it, is at once unconventional and one might say quirky. He's unconventionally quirky. Of that there's no doubt. Obvious examples when this was evident from early on when at the age of 6 he declared his serious intent to be a paleontologist. Well, he became a motorist claim consultant, not much difference really. He was almost right. Those very quirky choices. Then there's another quirky aspect of Luke, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, is his experimentation with hairstyles. Oh yes, we've had a lot. Rats' tails, oh yes. Mullets, mohawks, oh yeah. And there's just about everything in between. I can only congratulate Jennifer for restraining him today. I was half anticipating. And then, you may not know this, Luke finished his high school years. He didn't start them here, but he finished them at an establishment called Barron Bay High School. And on the official graduation day, when he was called on stage, the teacher introduced him as Luke Two Shoes. Why? Because Luke refused to wear matching shoes to school. And I don't mean for a day, I mean for a year and beyond.
Pretty cool.
So as I'm saying, unconventionally quirky. Which leads to the third point, which is there's something of a mystery about why Luke is the way he is. Now, as you may appreciate, don't even go there. I'm going to tell you why it's a mystery then. You may understand that on occasion I've had to say to Luke, I had to look him in the eye and say, now listen son, you do realise, actually, you are bonkers. And he just replied instantly with something approximating a sort of self-satisfied smug smirk. If that's so, it's only because half of me is you. Which is no sort of argument at all. Why? Because here we're talking about the source and distribution of madness. And to believe that is to hold parents responsible for their children's behaviour, and we simply cannot ever, ever, ever go there. Dennis? Gotcha. Family union. I have speculations about how we could explain the mystery, but I'm really, for the interest of it, everyone, I'm not going to even go there. I'm just going to leave the mystery hanging and come to the final point I want to make, which will believe you all, which has to do with Luke's character. How shall I put this? We all love Luke because he actually is unconventionally quirky, and one of his great attractions is precisely that. But that's only a tiny part of why we love Luke. We actually love Luke because he is, well, he's lovable. He just is lovable. He's a person who is, as you know, he's a big lad, big in stature, but big in heart, big in spirit. He's kind, considerate, he's open, he's generous, he's welcoming, he's fair, he's reasonable, he's devoted, he's loyal, he's committed, he's faithful. He has virtues, which are admirable. And it's a great pleasure for me to say that about him on this occasion. He's been a pleasure to have as a son. So here we have this man, who I'm saying is a person of impeccable judgment, unconventionally quirky, about whom there's still an elusive sense of mystery, but who also happens to have, what shall we call it, virtuous loveliness.
Choose your own word.
This is open session. Choose your own word. And in addition, he's madly in love with a woman who seems to be madly in love with him. They seem to have this wonderful relationship. And they have together produced this gorgeous child, Zelia. And so I say, please, charge your glasses one more time, and we'll drink to Luke and John.
Yeah.